Imagine spending 7 years in college to become a lawyer, and your client shows up to court like this. Your Honor, my client deserves the death penalty. But this is a parking violation hearing. Look at him. If country music does not make you want to get up and dance, fall in love, and drive on the back roads with the windows down, you are weird goodbye. It makes me want to put pineapple on pizza, not vaccinate my kids, divorce my wife, and yeet myself off a cliff. You are weird goodbye. The front of a liquor store. At least they are being responsible and sending their wives instead of drinking and driving. The head of Abraham Lincoln's wax sculpture has melted off due to the heat wave in Washington, D.C. He is just reenacting the night at the theater. Do not worry. If the movie Finding Nemo was scientifically accurate, Nemo's dad would have become female after Nemo's mom died. Then he would have mated with his son. Why do you think he was trying so hard to find him? If gaming causes violence, then explain this. Clearly, you have never played Civilization. She told me I really want a boyfriend like you, but not you. Which zone am I? You are in the for example zone. What is something important that video games taught you? Always loot dead people. What is the worst song to play at a funeral? My father chose the music for my uncle's funeral. I did not recognize the title. However, at the intense moment that the curtains drew around the coffin, out blurted the Looney Tunes theme. We were horrified, and my dad sat there hunched over giggling to himself. There was a gang turf war outside my apartment today. Well, we now know who among them would get shot if the police got involved. Combat's death, 97%. Men, 3% women. Industrial death, 93% men, 7% women. Suicide victims, 80% men, 20% women. Winner of custody, 16% men, 84% women. That makes sense. Cannot give the kids to someone who is going to die soon. My girlfriend is a half Korean. Her mom is Korean, and her dad is Korean, and her legs got ripped off in a car accident. Had me on the first half. The car got her second half. Our raise. Inflation. I like my coffee how I like my women. Ground up and in the freezer. What is the most useless piece of advice you can give me? You can eat water by freezing it first. You can smell water by boiling it first. You can break water by punching a pregnant lady. Breathing normally is easy mode. I turned on the asthma difficulty for the extra challenge. Oh, so it is an optional difficulty. How do I turn it off? Start a new game. Budget airline wants to remove all the seats from its planes and make passengers stand. What is next? We have to push the damn plane to build up speed on the runway. Florida cop claims Burger King put dirt on his food. Investigation reveals it was seasoning. I bet this guy is really good at solving crimes. Giving birth is not as painful as being kicked on the nuts. Have you had a baby? No. But over the years women say, let us have another one. I never hear a man saying, come on, hit me on the nuts again. My male friend is pregnant. We went to a pharmacy and bought a test as a joke. He used it and it said he was pregnant. Does that mean he is actually pregnant? Or does that mean his girlfriend is pregnant? Should I expect to be a godmother in 9 months? Okay, how do I tell him he has cancer? He has prostate cancer or something? See what happens when you stay on your grind. Did your door hit the gym too? A lady next to me on the plane started to freak out when she realized I was Pakistani. I laughed so hard my grenades nearly fell out of my pocket. I am a Pakistani and this is bullshit. I keep my grenades in my turban. What is your physical type? For me personally it is tall, tan, lean, dark hair, and brown eyes. Woman, optional. Alive, optional. Someone tried to break into my home. He plays too much horror games that he got in one in real life. Black widows aren't that bad. A black widow killed my father and raped my mother. Results may vary. I just want a boyfriend that will be giving me 70% out of his daily income. But your Twitter name is Miss Independent? Just get the exact same job as him, and you will be earning 70% of his income. I literally have $1 to my name right now. What is your Venmo? No, Venmo. Jaren requests $1. The last one. How would you put, I am a Pokemon trainer on your resume? I kidnap wild animals and shove them in my balls. Dr. Disrespect checking his phone and realizing that his career is evaporating in front of his eyes. I just realized EDP had the same glasses. It's like the Green Goblin mask. The stages of urine color. You are drinking too much water. You are drinking enough water. You need to drink more water. You need to see a doctor. What if it looks like the blue Gatorade? Then stop drinking the Windex. We've been over this. Please be asleep. My man just coughed himself awake and pulled out a 4-pack of Oreos. Okay, so why would not this work? By this logic, you should be able to fly by giving yourself a wedgie. Why do these crows look like they are in the middle of a high-profile drug deal? Because they are black. I do not speak Japanese, but I would say she enjoyed that. She repeatedly is saying stop. You what the fuck, they are naked. Do not worry, brother, I reported it for nudity. These dudes come up to you and tell you to empty out your pockets. What you doing? Throw a Xanax on the floor and watch them fight over it. The biodegradable burial pod turns your body into a tree. Plant a walnut tree on top of me so people can eat my nuts forever. Ninetales is the hottest Gen 1 Pokemon. You dare say this when Gengar is right there. That is a fox. A pretty and sexy fox with 9 tails, fire breath, and human intelligence. Imagine, a distant alien planet sends a signal saying, "Yeah, your planet sucks though. You have plenty of resources for a tiny planet." Imagine you are scuba diving, and a female shark comes at you. You would be scared, but then it starts to bite below you in a way that feels really good. After some mouth play, she starts swimming on top of you as you feel your solid sea urchin being pressed between the stomach of the fish in a rubbing motion. It would still feel good even underneath your scuba gear. You would eventually erupt underwater, which attracts more female sharks. I do not even know what to say. What is wrong with you? You all know Jesus sees your tweets, right? How he sees my tweets but missed 400 years of slavery? He did not miss it. He approved it. The world's first flying car has been approved and is taking pre-orders at $300,000. The first New Yorker to get one of these has the opportunity to do the funniest thing of all time. Our founding fathers would not recognize the America we live in today. They would be horrified, and rightfully so. Ben Franklin browsing X-Hamster for the first time. If it wasn't for women, this is how guys would live. If it gets cold, you can just leave the engine running for a bit, and you'll never be cold again. This horse has less genetic diversity than an English bulldog. I thought you were going to say an English village. The movie you wasted your time watching because of hype. 2 girls, 1 cup. It was shit. Never give up. Was about to quit gambling, but then I saw this tweet. Thank you, Minecraft. I just stole this phone from a guy. Why the fuck is he watching porn? So, did you like the video? I got a new phone. Give me my phone back. Security at the airport is getting more straightforward. Makes you want to click yes just to unlock the special cutscene. I have to type this with my nose. The fact that you all have thumbs makes me sick. Bold of you to assume we are using thumbs. We did not make these characters for this. Please stop. Man spent 12 years in a coma. I heard everything, including his mother saying, "I hope you die." My mom says that every day. Good morning, ladies and the other gender that betrayed Jesus. Good morning to you, snake language translator, the forbidden fruit eater, Samson's hair cutter, John the Baptist head on the platter requester, Joseph's seducer. Hope you had a sound sleep. How do I change username? Something unforeseen happened. Uncle came in clutch. A European airline is testing an adults-only section on their flights at an extra cost, for passengers 16 and older without kids. I always thought there should be some form of cage hanging by a chain below the plane where you just throw your kid into, for a really low cost. Like, who wants to hear a kid complaining or crying? What's a turn-on for people, but a turn-off for you? Getting called daddy. That shit makes me uncomfortable as fuck. What about father? Oh, don't stop, parental figure. She donated 30 inches of her hair to make wigs for children with cancer. Now some poor kid has to be a ginger on top of having cancer. Adults who still drink milk. Are you okay? Unless you're a hungry baby, drinking milk on its own is unsettling behavior. I break into farms and drink it straight from the bull. How's that for unsettling? Everyone is calling me a school shooter, and it really fucking hurts. I can't even hurt a fly without feeling like a sadistic shit. And now I'm being associated with cold-blooded child killers. Feels bad, man? Time to teach them a lesson. 90% of men are ugly, and 90% of women are pretty. Sorry. We are both in the 10%. Do you bite or lick your ice cream? Anyone that bites ice cream does not fear anything. Stage 1 psychopath. This is what happens when you put a penny in a microwave for 2 minutes. Yo, you just made me start a fire in the house. Drinking a cow's milk is just as weird as drinking your neighbor's breast milk. I mean, if that is what PETA wants me to do. Starting a movement called ineffective altruism. We are going to give out grants to the worst and least productive members of society and see what happens. Already a thing. New Chinese toilet paper dispenser requires you to watch a 30-second advertisement before it gives you toilet paper, and it only gives you about 3 per ad. Spotted in Guangdong province. You are watching advertisements for 30 minutes, crying, while wiping the diarrhea splashes from your cheeks one sad sheet at a time, and it just keeps coming. Swedish woman finds IKEA bags filled with 80 human skeletons. And of course they come in like a million pieces you have to put together yourself. Sophia got that arch too. I would blow the gigabytes out her back. She would have to take a plan USB after we are done because I am not pulling out. Jake Paul confirms there is ongoing negotiations for a fight against Andrew Tate. This is like deciding if you would rather be shit or puked on. Who else is here because their dad recommended this video to them? What type of dad do you have, bro? This gotta be the most cursed comment I have seen in my life. Some boys who body shame fat women online, but have fat mothers at home. That is my dad's choice, not mine. I went to hug a girl and she grabbed my hand and shook it. What are the most isolated places on earth known to man? Your bed, I am guessing. Who the fuck is Ozzy Osbourne? This is why I love Post Malone for shining light on unknown artists. Ozzy Osbourne was snorting lines of ants with Motley Crue before your father was having wet dreams about your mother. Conversation starter. If you were dropped back in time into January 1st, 1800, how would you successfully prove you were from the future without bringing anything back? Marquez, we are black. Trust me, you do not want to go back in time. Extremely good cutter. Cuts almost through everything, including skin, tendons, and flesh. Thumbs up for this product. Stop saying start a family when you mean have kids. A couple is still a family. A single person and her cat is still a family. A couple and their plants are still a family. You do not need kids just to be called a family. I had a distant uncle who had 3 cats as pets. That was his family. He slipped in the bathroom and died. Few days later, when people opened the door, they saw the family members eating him. The year is 1850. You have $50. What are you buying? You. Teenage Mutant Ninja Pixels. Where's the rat? Turn your screen off. Top comment decides my next video upload. Draw Pikachu giving birth. You wasted 9 months successfully. Congratulations. Send this to someone who had a miscarriage. Please be careful. My uncle joined the army with his best friend. He had to watch him get hit and killed with a grenade. Womp womp. If you could have sex with a famous celebrity, alive or dead, which would it be? Alive. Your task is to blow a job interview in the first 30 seconds. What do you do? How strict is the sexual harassment policy? I think Trump would have finished the speech if the SS allowed it. What an unfortunate acronym for the Secret Service. Water singing, Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. It's okay. The water can say the N-word because it's water from the Black Sea.